me, whatever his bodily fluids was, whatever was getting in my throat, in my mouth, because I was doing it almost every time, deep throat, all in there, you know what I'm saying? And I started getting sick, y'all. I started getting tonsillitis. I had, like, my throat was swollen shut. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already liked this, you already know what to do. Like, why I gotta tell y'all what to do every time we come into the video? Like, wait, period. Back with another story time. We gonna start switching it up, child. I'm finna start switching the scenery. Don't mind the back. What is that? Why not put they nutty fingers on my damn thing? No shade. But I'm finna start switching the scenery up. Sometimes I'm gonna be doing it like this, you know, get a little personal with you guys. Sometimes be sought up and stuff like that. But on chill days, like, I decided, like, if I really want to just continue to be consistent in YouTube, you know, I just need to just get up and record everywhere, anywhere I can, you know. So if you could tell by the title, y'all, this is another story time. Like, I literally be going through it. Like, I don't understand, like, what is it with me and dudes and not getting it right. Like, it's just like, it's funny to me because I never felt like I would have these type of problems at this grown age. So boom, let me tell y'all how I just got into it with this dude. This is like the worst situationship I done had. This is probably like the worst situationship I done had. Like, you know how you be like single but you having relationship problems? That's exactly how it was. Like, I say, it's no way that I'm sitting up here having relationship problems, getting checked like I'm in a relationship, and this nigga, we not even together for real. Like, I don't know, dudes be so like crazy. Like, no shade, Pisces do never date a Pisces, like, at all. They're fucking narcissistic and they're toxic and they never apologize. Like, no shade. So boom, I started talking to him at the end of 2022, and going into 2023 I stopped talking to him like around my birthday, August 2023, because it seemed like every time your birthday come around, a nigga start acting funny, and that's exactly what happened. But he's acting funny like for a minute, because I feel like, anyway, we're gonna get up to that. So boom, this is one of the dudes I used to go to school with or whatever. And you know how, like, I felt like people when I was in school, I mean, he was one of them dudes. I don't think he tried to mess with me while we was in school, but like when we got out of school, it was a couple people that tried to mess with me. And then now, like, that we're like, we graduated like 6-7 years ago. Like, why y'all still trying to, like, you know what I'm saying, talk to me? If it didn't happen years ago, it ain't gonna happen now, especially now that I done glowed up. You get what I'm saying? So boom, he jumped in my DM, y'all. Like I said in my last video, don't ever talk to nobody that's been wanting to talk to you forever. Don't talk to nobody that's been wanting you. Like, them be the worst kind on my soul. Like, you be trying to be, you know, give dudes a chance and stuff like that. And that's exactly what I did, because I was just like, you know, I'm feeling bad. You know, I was bored too. One of the main things was I was bored. I was bored, extremely bored. And if y'all go through my other story times, yes, some of the story times do overlap. It was just that type of vibe. It was just that type of couple years. It's been like that these last couple years. Yes, it's been over the last year. I've been outside and I've been learning. I ain't gonna say I've been learning lessons, but I've been new to lessons. I just, you know, was a little rusty, you know, because when you get out of a long relationship, and then you get back into the dating life, the dating scene, you got to see what's out there. You got to see what's really teased. So I had to get out there and see what was up. And like, things have changed tremendously. And I know the game. I'm not stupid. I just be nice and gullible. I be playing delusional, and that's one thing my ex said about me to my son. Oh, you too nice. I do be being too nice, because I be giving dudes chance after chance, especially if it's good. If he's slanging it good, if he put it down, I was like, oh, yeah, I'll be delusional, or yeah, I'm gonna keep messing with you. My thing is, boom, let me get into her before I even say anything else. So boom, like, if we gonna vibe, we gonna chill, be upfront about it. Like, let me know so I can know what type of time and you on, so I can be on that same type of time, so I don't be sitting up here coming into it thinking that we finna be like that. You know what I'm saying? He's about we can vibe and, you know, see where we could go and stuff like that. Like, I already know what that means. Like, whatever. So now that we got that out the way, don't sit up here and play on my face like you really want to be something and you don't. Like, don't sit up here and play on my face like and start treating me like you my nigga and you really ain't. So boom, the first time I went over there, we was talking. Of course we knew each other. Like, we been knew each other for years. We went to high school with each other. Even after high school, yeah, he tried to talk to me. So this is like he keep coming back. He keep trying to spin the block. So, boom. I thought it was gonna be small or whatever, like no shade. So, boom. I went over there. I haven't had nut at that time. What was going on? I had just got out of like a little trio. I'll tell y'all about that, about the two brothers I got caught up with. I'll tell y'all about that and how I got burnt in that situation. That was like the first time I got burnt while being single. Like, what the world? Dudes are nasty, filthy. But yeah, so I wasn't really dealing with nobody. So of course I'm gonna have a bush, and of course on the first time I come over there, like, I'm not planning to do anything. You get what I'm saying? So we smoked and stuff like that, and the vibe started getting right or whatever, and we tested the waters, and that was that shit. I'm grown as fuck. I don't give a fuck. It was straight or whatever. But then like after that, after I left, he was just like basically saying like, oh, I need to shave and shit like that. Bitch, I wasn't planning on doing none of that. You know how sometimes you intentionally be like, oh, I'm not shaving because I don't plan on giving no up anyway. And if he want it, you know what I'm saying, he gonna work for it. And if he want it, he gonna still get it. You know what I'm saying? So boom, he was in one apartment. I remember he was in one apartment, bed on the floor, TV on the floor, barely no furniture for real, nothing. You know, and claimed to have had so much money or whatever he got going on. I don't know. I can say that he did feed me up until like the last couple weeks. He stopped trying to feed me a little bit. Like, I could tell when I do energy check. I could tell when there's another. I could tell. I don't care. So, okay, it started off. We started seeing each other like maybe once a week. Then it started being like twice a week. So, boom. Let's see. Let me start like when we first started getting into it. We had started talking to each other at the end. I can't remember. Was it November or December? November. I'll say November of 2022, going into 2023. So, boom, when we had, I think I did a story time about that when I got caught up with one of his friends or whatever. That's ties into this story time too. So go back down like when I be telling story times, it be for a reason, and I tell them in order on purpose. Okay, so boom, I got caught up with his friend around Valentine's Day. I told y'all that story. I'm not gonna rehash it, but I'm gonna sum it up. Okay, so boom, we started getting into it or whatever, and then shortly, like, it just started being like weird, real weird. Like, he'll get mad at me and he'll do some weird shit like block me while I'm typing. Like, that's sassy as fuck. Like, he'll block me and then, you know, he started cussing me out during text messages and then just block me so I won't be able to say nothing. Or he'll sit there and try to accuse me of doing something and then wouldn't even let me respond, wouldn't even let me like say what I had to say. Like, I always get the last word, book butt. And the whole time, y'all, I'm thinking like, I don't know, I was like, what are you talking about, you know? But the whole time I was setting myself up because, y'all, whole time I didn't notice until after we started talking. I didn't notice until literally like the end of last year, the beginning of this year, 2024. I did not realize that he followed me on Snapchat. Girl, I was over there the whole time. Like, when I was on my side quest, baby, we wasn't exclusive. We weren't in a relationship. So, of course, I'm going to still dibble and dabble here and there. Like, I'm not finna just, you know. And ladies, date around. I don't care. Date around. You don't have to F around, but you could date around. You know what I'm saying? And test the waters, like, and stuff like that. Because, like, if I would have never, like, talked to other people, I probably would have been looking stuck on stupid. You know, I probably would have really still gave a for real. Because I was talking to a couple of dudes, you know, throughout that little, I would say 9-month period or whatever. But it was just like, he was the only, like, he was one of them, like, I done had another, okay, I'm trying to explain it without sounding like a hoe, but I just, well, now that I think about it, like, I had too much going on. I'm calm now. Like, I had to get a lot of steam off, like, a lot of stuff out of my system. But I was finna say he's one of my longest situationships since I've been single, but I had a situationship at the same time as him. I was cutting that off. Okay, so it was just too many guys. Okay, the whole brother situation, that's not what I'm talking about. That's not a situation. That was like a, okay, so I started talking to him. That was like a couple of months. Then I stopped talking to him because he found out about the brother. Boom. It was another guy I was talking to for months before I started talking to this guy, that P. We're just going to call him P. P that I'm talking about now. So it was a couple of dudes already like in rotation, that some of them that I didn't cut off. So I cut off the dude and the brother. I cut them off. So E I would just get paying him dust because he wasn't on nothing. When you're not on nothing with me, I get tired with you. I get bored fast. Like, you gotta keep my attention. Like, once I see you not on that, once I see you not on nothing, like trying to build, like, I'm not finna pay you no mind. Yeah, I'm gonna ride you like a rodeo here and there because I feel like it, because I'm single. But I need that sometimes. Sometimes I need to let some of that pressure. I got some pressure build up. The neck. Go. Yeah, that's how it was. Like, okay, so like, don't judge me. I don't give a fuck. Like, I got story times for days. Like, I'm overwhelmed with every time I try to make a story time. I literally be like, what story time I'm gonna tell? Because it's so many. This is recently in my life. We ain't even finished talking about all the story times I done did. No shade, was from the last, I would say, 4 or 5 years of my life. We ain't even talked about when I was in my early 20s. Well, when I was 20, 18, 19, 16 and stuff. We ain't even talked about that. So like, I just be getting overstimulated, y'all. But yeah, so it was just like that. So boom, with the situation that happened around Valentine's Day, and I told y'all that story time, go back and watch it, because I don't know how to explain the entire end. So ever since then, like, stuff that started like being weird. Like, I didn't know he was watching me. I didn't know he could see stuff. And I honestly, I don't even remember half the stuff that I was posting on Snapchat for him to get mad and stuff like that. So, and whole time, he never tell me he was watching me on Snapchat either. He was good at hiding it. Because sometimes I would figure out, I would just be like, why is he saying these things? Like, how did he know certain things? And sometimes, honestly, I wouldn't be doing stuff. But I feel like that's what made him start questioning me. Well, what you questioning me for? We not together. He started calling me babe. He started doing this. He started, and granted, he will always feed me every time I go over there. He always smoke me out when I go over there. We only went out, like, one time our whole time. Like, that's because I started pressing it, because I was just like, what are we really doing? You say you want to fool me for real. You say you want to build something. You say you want somebody to build with and stuff like that. While you do your little scams, you worked on the weekends. So boom, it started being like good, because we both worked in security and we both worked overnight. He only worked on the weekends though, because that was his little front. You know, he had to do that because he was on probation. So I was just like, okay, so y'all see you work your moves. So I'm seeing the other stuff. So the more I started being around, he didn't really tell me a lot of stuff that he did, but I did start peeping, like, towards the end, like what he was doing and stuff like that. Like, you know, when I start, you know what I'm start doing, when I get around dudes that's got something going on, I'm finna start learning. I'm finna start peeping, scoping the scenery, because I want to get over that too, you know. But I ain't trying to take penitentiary chances. I love my freedom, you know. So yeah. So fast forward after the Valentine's Day situation, cuss me out, boom. And then my thing is, you always cuss me out, and then when you start calling me out my name, I was like, oh yeah, it's because I don't play that. I don't play that, bro. I don't play no dudes calling me out my name. And like, he literally the first dude to call me out my name since my ex. Every other dude I done dealt with since, I don't think has ever called me out my name. I think one dude, maybe because he think he probably found out about something, but we stopped talking after that. But if you call me out my name and I'm still talking to you, best believe I'm not. Best believe I'm on that. Best believe I'm out here doing what I gotta do, you know, with other folks. So after that happened, his birthday was in March or whatever. So he's like a March Pisces. So I got him a birthday card with $50 in it. I really forgot about his birthday. I did it like the last minute. I got him some shoes, which was like $150, $200. Like they were some Jordan high tops, like Jordan 1. I don't know. I forgot. And I got him a big old bottle of Douce. And what else? And I had a zip. I had 2 zips. Like, I came over there finna turn him up and stuff like that, because he wasn't really doing nothing for his birthday. So I thought we not with the boys or whatever. And so I was like, I'm finna turn you up. And like, you know, even though we wasn't official or we wasn't doing anything like that, I don't know what we was, but I still did that. I didn't have to do that for you, you know. So I be so delusional. Oh my god. Like, when I be delusional, y'all, I be fucking delusional. Like, you see the stuff I done did, why did I even buy him anything? Like, now that I look back on it, like, girl, you just dumb. So this was in March last year. So boom, right after that, like, literally like a couple days later, we got into it for something. I don't even know what it was. He'll be throwing shots on Instagram like He'll be throwing shots on Instagram like a bee. Then literally one day we was into it. He went on his story, like right after his birthday, we was into it. He went on his story, bro. He literally recorded himself throwing my gifts away with some music in the background. Like, what? You threw the shoes away? You ain't even wear the shoes. You wasted my money. I bet you didn't throw that money away with that cord, and I bet you didn't throw that bottle away. What? So boom, he threw away my stuff, and that just was just sad. That hurt my feelings real bad. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. And then he backtracked to Valentine's Day. He claimed he gonna send me a picture and claim that he got me something for Valentine's Day. He was like, he sent something while I was sleeping. I didn't have time to respond, so he sent the picture of the Valentine's Day stuff, and because we was already into it. And boom, he sent me a picture of the Valentine's Day stuff and was like, oh, call me when you wake up type shit, da 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 da. Then it was a few more texts after that. It was just like, oh, never mind. Oh, you a hoe. Da 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 da. You this, you that. You did this, you did that. And then I wake up, I'm like, what is going on? And I found out what was going on. You know, somebody got a motor mouth. So yeah, so that's what happened. That's what happened with that. So boom. After he threw my gifts away, I was just like, bro, you see, I'm done. Like I said, I'm not buying you shit else. I would stop talking to him for a couple days. Like, it was literally getting to that point where I literally, like, I had stopped talking to him for a couple days. Every time he'll call me on my name, like, I would just be like, bro, I'm finna just, you know, you got that. You know, I'm not finna deal with that. I'm not finna deal with no emotional abuse. And I felt like I was putting up with a lot of stuff. Because, boom, like, we didn't even stop talking until my birthday. So boom, I had met somebody else at my job like May. So I started, like, you know, seeing him less because, okay, boom. Y'all, I was so fucking dumb. Tell me why I shortened my schedule to just working on weekends. Yeah, it was a lot of stuff that played a factor in it. But in my mind, I was like, because he was just pressing me to spend more time with me. And I was like, bro, I already come over here 2 to 3 days out the week. What more do you want from me? And I used to be tired as hell. And y'all, let me tell y'all this. I started getting sick. Real sick. I had got tonsillitis real bad. And I haven't had it ever since I stopped messing with him. Whatever his bodily fluids was, whatever was getting in my throat, in my mouth, because I was doing it almost every time. Deep throat, all in there, you know what I'm saying? And I started getting sick, y'all. I started getting tonsillitis. I had, like, my throat was swollen shut. Like, I didn't know what was going on. And y'all, I figured it out because I had looked it up after this, because I was trying to figure out why I didn't get it again after I stopped messing with him. It was like basically saying, like, oh, your body can reject your partner. And my body was rejecting him the whole time, and I couldn't figure it out because I kept getting it back to back for like at least 6 months. Then when I stopped messing with him, I didn't get it no more. I was just like, bro, was he a dirty nigga? Was he not washing? And granted too, like, he didn't really shave, so that's probably played a part, like bacteria in them hairs and stuff like that. Like, that was really, like, I don't know, like, that was some ish. That was crazy to me. I never experienced no stuff like that in my life. No shade. But stuff started getting rocky or whatever. I'm talking about rocky like we was in a relationship. Like, whole time we wasn't. So we never went nowhere. He really didn't want me around his friends. He didn't want to post me on Instagram. It started getting weird because I started requesting stuff like that. And then he'll be like, oh, why you want to do stuff for Instagram and stuff like that? I'm like, bro, whatever. Then you'll post stuff like you single on Instagram. I'm like, bro, you trying to play in my motherfucking face. And it's not giving that. So I feel like he started peeping stuff. That's when his attitude started changing. Yeah, I feel like he gave me money like 2-3 times to get my hair done and stuff like that. He would always feed me. He was always smoking me out. He gave me some eat one time. Like, yeah, he was doing a little bit of stuff, but it was like bare minimum. Like, what else you gonna do? I want to go out. Like, I want you to do this. You claim got all this money. Like, what? Okay, yeah. And then he had moved to another place down the street, a bigger place. That place cost a lot of money. I ain't gonna shade. So I was just like, okay. So I was with you literally when your bed was on the floor, your TV was on the floor, and you moving, your stuff still on the floor, but you in a better, nicer apartment. Like, I'm talking about like nice. Like, I'm talking about like $2,500 rent nice. Like, I was like, what? But yeah, so it was just like, you know, I actually thought like we could be something. I don't even know why I was so delusional, but yeah. So let me tell y'all how like it ended. So after he started acting flaky, so it started like going downhill when he stopped texting me. He stopped wanting me to come over. And then when I did come over, sometimes it was like one or two times we didn't even have sex. I was just like, well, you don't want to. every time, like, this was around the time, like, was being sick real bad and stuff like that. And yeah, I was sick, and he pissed me off because I was like, I'm sick, tonsillitis, I'm breaking out in hives and stuff, and you still want me to give you some head? What? Dudes don't care about you at all, bro. And then when I be on my period, it's mandatory. I gotta give some head. Like, I was like, bro, I can't. I was like, bro, if you just wanted a sneaky link vibe, whatever, and you claim you don't be fucking around and stuff like that, I can't tell. Because that phone, I would never seen that phone. Like, that phone missing in action. But you would talk about my phone. You'll be all in my phone talking about, oh, who texting you, who that is, you know. And when I be asleep, and, like, I don't know what you were doing. Like, it was just crazy. You start questioning me. Like, I was just cheating on you. I'm like, bro, we not even in a relationship. Relax. It seemed like when I started to care, that's when he started not to care. Like, bro, I was like, bro, you sitting up here playing with me. So it got to the point where I even cried a couple times, because I was just like, it's one time it was in front of him, because I was just like, I was mad, because I was like, bro, I want to go home. Then he didn't even want me to go home, but you want to sit here and pick with me, you know. But okay, so we fell out because he stopped texting me like that. He stopped, like I would be blowing him up, and then, like, he wouldn't answer me. Like, I wouldn't see him. I stopped seeing him like that, and I was just like, what's going on? Then I was like, my birthday coming up, because how you gonna ask me what I wanted for my birthday, or what you gonna do for my birthday, and all this extra stuff, and then when my birthday come around, you missing in action. So boom, I seen him like a couple days before my birthday. I came over there and everything. Like, what? And I was planning to see him on my birthday. Like, I thought he was on, you know. And all I got was a happy birthday on my birthday. I didn't get nothing from him. You know, he said he was going to give me something. He didn't give me shit. Acting like he broke. Talking about something, oh, his brother didn't pay his half of the rent. It was just excuses out there, excuses. Like, I was like, what? And then, like, I didn't even see him for my birthday. I didn't even see him after that. Like, it just started dying down until, like, I was just like, you know what? I'm going to choose my peace. And I was just like, why you even still texting me? Because you know, like, you know it's done. And you know you got another bitch. So just get out my face. Like, I don't even know why you acting weird. Why you being weird to me? But I found out eventually afterwards, like, he was clocking my T's on Snapchat. But my thing was, whole time, I felt like you had somebody on the side anyway, because I worked overnight and I worked full time. Like, that's plenty of time for you to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, I was never pressed about it. I was never pressed. Like, after that day, yeah, he never came to my house, y'all. Oh, yeah, he never came to my house. I always had to go to him. It was just a mess, bro. He didn't have a car. It was just a lot. So, yeah, I'm just glad I'm done with that situation. Then the whole time, I didn't know his brother was my man. I didn't know he was serving me the whole time, y'all. The world is so small. The whole time, my was plug that I had found from somebody else on Instagram that I used to go to school with. Same dude. Ironically, that was his brother the whole time. And I didn't know that until one day I didn't know that until... When did I realize that? I didn't realize that. I don't know when I realized it, but it was just crazy to me. I was just like, bro, why you didn't tell me that was your brother? He was like, we smoked the same pack one time. I was just like, bro, you knew this. And he said he been knew that was, you know, I was like, why you didn't say nothing? And that's how I was just like, it's weird because none of your friends know me because you try to keep me as a secret. Like, I was like, I'm not no damn Easter egg. Like, what you talking about? I ain't got time for you. You don't want to beg for me. And you starting to act funny on me. You know? Bro, I wish I probably do still got the screenshots, bro. I'm blocked. It was just crazy. You used to voice messages. To my, you sorry. All this stuff. You used to text me begging and pleading, can I unblock you? All this extra stuff. You used to leave voice messages. You used to leave voicemails about you sorry and stuff like that. Then you gonna cuss me out on the 4th of July like I did something to you. You was out there. I don't know what you was doing. You was supposedly with your friends. You probably getting fucked. But yeah, y'all, I know the story time was all over the place, but it was just too much because I started remembering stuff. The more I started telling the story, I started remembering more and more stuff because it was just stupid. So basically, I stopped talking to him because he didn't get me enough for my birthday. He started acting weird, and I knew it was another B. And yeah, it was just that on that. Like, it was no like bad blood until afterwards. We had stopped talking. He had put up to my house with his brother, and he was in a car, and I was caught off guard. There was no bad blood to the end. But yeah, Make sure y'all like this video and subscribe to my channel, y'all. I'm trying to focus, but I can't focus. But yeah, that is it for this story time. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.